Alrighty. Oh, let's start getting this party started. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm sure this one, a lot of you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for it. That's okay. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. For the crazy calls. Man, oh man. Market has been giving us some opportunity out here, which we just haven't seen lately. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this so you guys can see what I see. Just gonna get rid of it all so you can blatantly see this. And then we're gonna bring it all back in and you guys can see it for what it is. It's greatness at its finest. It's a great way for the bulls to have a chance at squeezing the heck out of the bears. So we can see very distinctively, I am currently in on this trade. All of the members got notified of this when I got in. And currently the trade's looking pretty decent. We're up 23% on a 35x long on Aerodrome Finance. So Aerodrome Finance, I do see this rising wedge pattern. It's plain as day. Super easy to see. But lately, counter trading the pattern has been working out really well. Like really, really well. It's kind of surprising. So I do think a counter trade on this one might work out in my favor, and we get a nice little short squeeze. It's a gamble, not telling everybody to do that, but I'm thinking Aerodrome Finance. We could start seeing a nice little move up, and in a big way. I'm going to be looking for this move up to $1.13.6, but I do have an extremely tight stop loss considering the amount of leverage I'm on is what it is. But this thing looks really, really good to me. So as we bring back the drawings here, we're going to zoom on in to what I'm looking for. So right now, I'm looking for about an 8% move to the upside, possibly overnight. Daily, we have a low stochastic. We're dipping into that bearish control zone. We are fully reset. Last time we were in the bearish control zone, it was back here on this low. We are now getting back to our trend line and holding. This is a good sign. Very good sign for Aerodrome. Let's go into our 4 hour. Now, 4 hours is where all the magic's starting to happen here. On the 4 hour on the RSI, we got oversold. So the fact that we got oversold, that is an entire reset. Last time we were oversold at this exact same oversold level was back here. Let's go back to the chart. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it was the last time we were touching this trend line. So a lot of progress has been made here. A lot of opportunity right now, just like it was back here. So that's what I'm playing off of at the moment. Let's go ahead and jump into the 1 hour time frame. Now on our 1 hour, stochastic, not desirable at all. What is desirable though is the bullish divergence, and now we're trending up. So we're thinking it's not going to go down lower. It's a thought, it's not a guarantee. So in the meantime, in between time, on the 1 hour, we did have this beautiful downtrend here, the 618 golden retrace. That is an 8% move to the upside. If we look at it from a longer time frame, from this peak, then we're looking for a possible 93-cent level. However, I'm in the ballpark of thinking they're going to squeeze this thing to the upside. And as I said in Discord, I do believe we're going to get some weirdly good news that's going to help push the markets up, because this aggressive selling the first 3 days of the week after getting trade deals seems a little forced. So I don't know what news is going to come out. I don't know what's going to happen. I just have this gut feeling it's not as bad as the bears are trying to make it look. Even though the Fed should have cut rates and now the jobs market is slowly in a complete collapse, that's besides the point. I think there's going to be something coming out. Maybe there's government jobs data, or the ADP report's going to be stronger than expected, and then the market start rallying like crazy. So we're going to have to wait and see. But this right here, I'm thinking we're going to get a nice move to the upside as a continuation to the upside. Squeeze us up 38%. So that's what I am banking off of. I think we're going to be heading up to $1.13.6. However, I am aware that we could start pulling back at this 8% level. So of course, at that point, I'm going to raise my stop loss and see if we're just going to go up to the moon or start pulling on back. Then I can get into a new trade. 35x leverage on an 8% move, it's kind of good. So, you know. Anyways, that is my current trade right now. That is my entire thought process behind it. We're currently up 37% on the trade. So as of this very second, we're doing well. I could close it out right now in profit and be fine. But I do believe we're going to have a bullish night. That's just a gut feeling. The indicators kind of look all over the place right now. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. Anyways, on tonight's stream, we're going to be covering the top 15 tokens so we can get a very strong idea of what is going on out here. I don't believe I'm going to get very many requests, so I'm going to basically be looking at the daily time frame, seeing how close we are to trend line, seeing what levels we're getting into or breaking, and we're going to go from there. So hopefully you're along for the ride and you do enjoy. And when I say top 15, I mean like the whole top 15 outside of stablecoin. So let's go into Bitcoin. So checking out Bitcoin, a problem here. We got stopped out. On the trade. We got wicked out today. How annoying is that? So that trade failed. Dang. Gotta take the L's when the L's come. We got wicked out. Damn it. Anyways, let's go ahead and clear the chart. Going out to the daily real quick. Now your daily, you're still not in neutral territory. That's another issue here. But getting the wick out, oh, so frustrating. Once again, this nice range boundness that we've been in, it is absolutely astonishing how range bound we can stay. Because if you see, we wicked down, pop back up, we're holding it as support, we're going sideways, we're doing nothing. So, still stands that if we continue to maintain our support and we do not get below this wick, we could see $128,437. That is USD. That is that US legal tender, baby. So not much to talk about with Bitcoin outside of we're still not in neutral territory, so this chop could continue. So mentally prepare for that. Let's go ahead and check out our liquidation heat map against USDT. Alright, go into symbol here. Let it load in. Looks like the shorts are stacked up. So we have a ton of liquidity to the upside, which is great. It looks like if we could somehow clear 120,148, well, we would get the short squeeze we're all hoping for. But you can see how much the shorts are stacked up now during all this chop. You're all done? Alright. During all this chop, this is a great time for shorts to start accumulating, which then gives us the fuel we look for another move to the upside. So I do believe this whole week so far has been a bit of a buying opportunity until we lose our range. If we lose it to the downside, we have better opportunities. Checking out our weekly, all liquidity. I mean, look at how deep yellow that is to the upside. Holy guacamole. And noted that deep yellow, that's $384 million here. You got $295 million just above it. You got 263 just below it. Wow. Right here, you have $400 million at $120,078. That's absolutely insane how heavy people are going short. So just in a liquidity aspect, you're thinking they're going to go up there. Try and take it. So expect volatility overnight and into tomorrow, leading into the FOMC meeting. And then based off our forward guidance, or if Powell can stop dyeing his hair brown because of how far his head is up his rear end, maybe, just maybe, we get the rally that we deserve. Maybe. We'll see. But right now, all eyes are on the Fed interest rates and if they're going to get cut or not. So, it is what it is. Another thing to pay attention to, we do have a 50 simple that is slowly catching up. The longer we trade sideways, the closer it gets, and then the possibility that we actually get to run after that. If we lose our consolidation here, we do have a level at $111,710 that would be an amazing buying opportunity and a formal bullish backtest. So I don't know if we're going to get that, but if we do, cool, great buying opportunity. We'll see what happens. But anyways, check it out, Bitcoin to the euro. And Bitcoin to the euro still seems way cleaner. Just nice moves up. However, that wick to the upside, this downtrend still intact. So, of course, the buying opportunity is still very apparent. Very, very visual. You can see it plain as day. So, anyways, against the euro, possibility of getting back to 100,983, but we're gonna wait and see what happens by tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a really big day. Anyways, moving on from here, we got Ethereum. So Ethereum on the daily stochastic reset, you're still overbought. I mean, they are not giving us very much when it comes to buying opportunities, are they? They are maintaining this level above 3,746. We have not put in a lower high, technically. So, and no bearish we do have bearish divergence. So we do have bearish divergence. We do not have the coveted triple bearish divergence, which always a possibility. Or we just cancel it out. So we'll see what happens there. Your 4-hour time frame, looking pretty darn sauced up and sexy, dipping into that neutral territory, bouncing off the 50 simple. It does have an opportunity to run. We marked this out the other day. It could get up to $4,070. This is a possibility. We're going to see what happens. People too bullish on ETH. People are crazy about ETH right now. Now, when it comes to the daily time frame on ETH, we do have a trend line that we probably should pay attention to. Because if we ever get close to this trend line again, could be like a generational buying opportunity. So we have two little levels here. We're going to mark this out real quick. There to there. So if we ever get close to this thing down here again, or maybe we just chop around sideways till we get to it and it's super boring, that would actually help reset all the indicators. But then we also have this one here. Right here. So we could chop around till we get to it, then blast off. Or we slowly get a better buying opportunity over here, and then blast off. So we have to wait and see what'll happen. But closer we are to either one of these trend lines, the better. As soon as we break one of them, we know that we have better buying opportunities coming in the very near future. Alright, next up we got XRP. XRP. So I begrudgingly say it is resetting very nicely above $3. The closer you are to that $3 mark at this moment in time, the better. One thing I am noticing here on the 4-hour, it is your lack of ability to stay above the trend line here. That's unfortunate. You got your candle close here. Now it's looking like it could have a hard time breaking back above $3.17 for now. But once again, the closer you are to $3 and holding, the better. So we're going to wait and see what they have to offer, because who knows, maybe this is just the higher low they're looking for, and we could just adjust it down, because this is still an uptrend. But for now, before we get a proper break or a back test, I don't know what XRP is doing. Possibility is still here for it to come up to $3.86. The possibility is still there. I want to see them do something. Don't lose an uptrend and expect me to stay bullish. I would be looking for shorts right now, personally. Your 1-hour probably tells me I should. Yeah, the 1-hour, it's meh. It's meh. It's not great. It's not bad. It's meh. It's mid. You got bullish divergence here. Technical high or low. This thing could pop on out, come back down, chop around. So, I think we're going to get more clarity tomorrow, which will be great. It'll be great if we do. Now, moving on from XRP, we have BNB. BNB. So BNB right now doing a really bad thing. You're losing a level, which means better buying opportunities could be coming in the near future. We have this absolute gorgeous trend line here on the 1 hour that we could focus in on. Closer you are to it, as long as we maintain this wonderful sentiment of better buying opportunities, we could find ourselves back to $749. That would be a great buying opportunity in my opinion, because BNB token does this weird thing. It's like corporate buybacks. Anyways, we do have uptrends to work off of as well. So as long as you're above either one of these uptrends, you have opportunity of getting in. So yeah, the daily trying to reset relatively quick. If we can stay above this trend, that will be absolutely insane for BNB's price. Looking at it on the 4 hour, it is in neutral territory. It is reset. It is still above the 50 simple moving average, which is great. Personally speaking, though, we do have a level that I would prefer it to get down to, and that's this right here. I would much prefer it to just confirm $779 as a major support before it starts rallying like crazy. We'll see what happens with the whole market. Market gets crazy bullish, you can almost bet BNB is probably going to follow suit. Probably. Anyways, bearish div got canceled out with the higher high and the higher relative strength on the 4 hour, so we don't even have to think about the bearish div on the 4 hour. Great to see that. And no bearish div, and we still have bearish div on the daily, but it's resetting already, so we'll see if it cancels it out or not. We'll see. For a good buying opportunity, yeah, Rich, that's all it is, buying opportunities. We're keeping it positive out here, keeping it positive. Next up we got is Solana. So, checking out Sol. Sol is doing a fantastic job hanging out right on that 181 level, seeming like it might be a good opportunity to grab some up right here. I will admit, I would prefer a better price. By better price, this area right here, 165.99, way better value. Better value right there. So, this I would appreciate a bullish back test. Will it happen? I don't know. I don't know at all. But 165.99 I think would be an amazing buying opportunity if things do start going into the gutter. So, checking out our 4 hour time frame. Your 4 hour looks nice. It actually looks really nice. Looks like it's getting ready for that continuation to the upside, getting you to that 204 level, which awesome. Do love to see that. We are still putting in higher lows, which is even better. The nice thing about the 4 hour right now, it's giving us a different uptrend to work off of, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal when this happens. So we can go from this low to this low. There's your uptrend. We are respecting the heck out of it. So that's great. And then for those of you who are impatient and you're like, I can't accumulate before I know it's going to run. Well, then we could do this right here. Once it breaks that, there you go. You know, you got a good idea what direction it could be going. But there's going to be somebody on Twitter saying this is a bull pin it. I just say it's consolidation. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on from Solana. We have Doge next. So Dogecoin, I happened to clear the chart earlier. I can't really remember why I didn't chart it. I think I just got distracted from something, but is what it is. We do have a level. We're staying right above. That's surprising. All right. INC 7th one down and Hex. All right, Rich. INC and then Hex. All right. We will check both of those out when we get there. We are currently on Doge, and we got quite a few more. But we will check it out. We check it on my trade. Trade's doing pretty decent. We're not looking bad. Not looking bad. I'm also in on a SUI trade right now that I didn't mention, but we're up 5% on SUI, so that's good. It's only a 10x. It's not a big deal. No rush. All right, I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for it. Now with Dogecoin, the big thing we got to focus in on is where the retracements are, because you did this very good thing. The bullish divergence on the daily, then the higher low. Very good thing for price movement. Now, you also hit a higher high. This is signs of an uptrend. This is phenomenal things. You love to see it. We're also respecting a previous high as support. Beautiful. Beautiful. We do have a downtrend right here that we need to get out of, so that's nice. Well, I'll be here all stream, so alright, Rich. I mean, it's members only, so unless we have somebody with a higher tier membership, you're definitely going to get your requests first. That is one of the positives. We have a couple uptrends to work off of, but there's one in particular I want to focus in on, and that's from here to here. This is where things get scary, right there. Of course, somebody's going to be like, but what about this and this? That's a possibility. We could always readjust. It's fine. But this is the thing I get worried about. So, the fact that we are below it and we bearishly backtested it, scary times for me. If we decide to focus in on this, we are nowhere close to the trend. And we could just trade sideways all the way till we get to it. So, there's that. But just understand the little concern that I had right there. It came up earlier while I was looking at it, and that's why I cleared the chart. But anyways, we are maintaining a level, so it doesn't matter. What does matter, however, first off, turn that off, bring this up here, bring this down here. We have hit it once, we're hitting it twice, we're confirming a level. I like it when we confirm levels, because then we can focus in on continuations to the upside. However, we're still not broken out. There's still a chance that they give us a better buying opportunity. If they do want to do that, I would then be focusing in on this level down here, sitting at 19,254. Because I think the most amount of traders probably have their stops sitting right down here below this. So a wick down and then pop back up. That would make the most sense to me. But anyways, I digress. We could see, if we do get the break for Dogecoin, 16% upside on the golden retrace, or we could see the continuation, a 47% move to the upside. This is something that I would be focusing in on, that 47, for the month of August. I think August is actually going to be a pretty darn good month for most alts. I think it's going to be really nice. This buying opportunity we've had for the past few days, they're getting us right into these buy zones, and they're just hanging out there. So who knows? Maybe we're going to have a weird monthly candle close this Thursday, and then Friday it's going to be also weird because of futures expiration. But Monday, we might be moving and grooving by Monday. We just might. Also, that's when either this weekend or maybe Monday, I'll be looking at things like Move, like Rats, like anything that's down at those real low levels to start running. Ladies, stuff like that. I would be looking for this weekend possibly for some of the meme coins to start going. But Monday, for some of those other projects that Wall Street plays with, they might start getting a little love come Monday. Might. I don't know for sure. I don't have a crystal ball. Just a thought. Anyways. So this is Dogecoin. The Doge. Next up we got TRX. Still baffles me it's in the top 10, but it is below Doge. So, there's that. Surprisingly, we looked at this the other day, and it's actually getting this 10% move. Go figure. Anyways, looks like it's getting a little toppy out here. But who knows? Maybe they decide to keep on pushing it. You're starting to see that bearish div starting to form. If they do decide to keep it running, kind of crazy to say, but it could make new all-time highs. I would appreciate it to consolidate a bit, but we'll see what China decides to do with this thing. They could decide to just pump this thing into the moon. Honestly, I don't really have much to say about this token because I never trade it. The only thing I ever interact with this chain with is moving around stablecoins. Their fees for moving around stablecoins are kind of amazing. Alright, we're going to go from this wick here to this wick here. Anything close to this trend, you're doing good. You're doing real good. Till you get close to that trend, it's kind of not even worth riding the wave. It's like going parabolic at this point. But, somebody might want to try. So here's your other uptrend to focus on. We'll see how this goes. Honestly, don't have much to say about it. ADA, still an active trade, still hanging in there, holding on to that 7678. Still looking for another 29% move to the upside. Daily not looking bad. Not looking bad at all. What was choppy nonsense back here is now acting as a support. So, still looking great. I like to see it. All right, moving on from this, we got hype. Hyper liquid. Now, hype, I am actually bearish. Quite bearish. On your daily, we had this nice uptrend. We've had a very strong downtrend recently. This one, I do believe it is due for a little bit of a buying opportunity. And buying opportunity down here as low as 36.56 for the next leg to the downside. I don't know. But noted, you're still above a level of support. You still could run to the upside. It is possible. I just think, you know, back tests matter. Back tests matter. If we can get all the way down to 31.27, that'd be great. What is this? Oh, hold on a second. But never mind. What the hell's going on here? Anyways, I was getting a phone call from my nephew, and then all of a sudden they hung up, and I don't know what's going on. Alright, so if it does get bullish for one reason or another, because we do have a low stochastic and it feels like continuing the run, well, there is a possibility we do something strange, like come up to 55.51. I would find that to be a little strange right now, considering we did have this beautiful uptrend and we have bearishly backtested it for 2 days straight. I'm thinking a little bit of a buying opportunity would make the most sense. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. So, bearish case here for hype. We could be seeing this thing come down something like 15%. Bullish case, though, we could see it rally on up 27%. So take your bets, take your bids, but remember, we're still in a downtrend and we lost an uptrend. So don't get caught off guard. Don't get caught off guard. Moving on, we got SUI, and we have XLM first. Apparently XLM is a higher market cap than SUI. That threw me off a little bit, but here we are, you know. Hanging on to our box. That's great. All we got to do is break out of the downtrend. No biggie. No big deal. We're confirming it too. So there's a pretty decent possibility. If XRP starts going, we're going to see XLM rally hard. Could be a 39% move to the upside. A little bit impressive. Your daily is indicating that's A-OK. Your 4-hour is showing bullish consolidation. So this is nice. The double test, that's usually what I like to see on the 4-hour. Get a stop loss right below this wick low over here at 40 cents and see if you get the 39% move to the upside. Tight stop loss, nice run. I think it could work out as long as we don't start getting the bears getting a little frisky. So let's go ahead and mark this out real quick. I just want to mark it out, see what this thing looks like. To the 886 right here. That's a 6.8 to 1. Wow. Impressive. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to just leave that up there, see if it gets wicked out or something. Anyways, moving on from that, we got SUI and current trade. So SUI right now, we had an absolute beautiful downtrend here. We broke out, bullish backtest, and break out of our current downtrend. All I want is this 9%. That is all I want. A nice little golden retrace. You're likely to get up to 487. But all I want is that golden retrace. That's it. Don't want to get greedy. Don't want to get crazy. Currently, the trade, we are only up 2% on a 10x long. Only up 2%. So, still fresh and new. Still clean and saucy. On a longer time frame here, we would be looking at something like $7.66. So it looks really good. You're in a nice uptrend, nice strength, and let's see if the hype keeps on coming. Let's see if the hype keeps on coming. All right, moving on from that, we got Link. Haven't looked at Link in a little minute, but wow, we are maintaining that 1754 very well. We did hit that golden retrace. Sweet, we pulled back, and now we got our buying opportunity. Possible move all the way up to 22.23. Porky, can we look at the next buying opportunity for SPX? Sure. Okay, say hey, sure. We totally can. So based off your 4 hour, this is giving you all the signs that you'd like to see. However, you do still have this little downtrend you got to break out of. So it could consolidate for a while, and Link is known for consolidating for a long time. So mentally prepare for that. But doesn't look bad on the 4 hour. Looks okay on the daily. Okay, doesn't look great. So this extra consolidation could get us down into that neutral territory that we'd be looking for. And then who knows, maybe by Monday, could be ready to start rocking and rolling, getting us up to that 2301 level. So we're going to have to wait and see what this thing has in store, but the sellers have not been able to lose 1754 just yet. So it's still looking very bullish. Very, very bullish. Just consolidating for now. Next up, we got BCH, Bitcoin Cash. So let's see here. Bitcoin Cash hit the 594. Sheesh. Still going. Wow, go figure. Yo, what's up, Crypto Cruise? Number 10 on the likes with 28 watching. Yikes. Maybe it's because it's members only chat and they're like, we're on a like strike. So forget you, because we can't talk. My memberships are only $5, guys. Pretty gosh darn affordable. Anyways, let's clear the chart. That played out, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and check out the Ray tool. Now, this little trend line has broken. We called a breakout. That's interesting. Only here do we call these breakouts. I don't like what the daily looks like. It kind of reminds me of Ethereum, but you're not overbought. It's just chopping, just grinding its way up. I really don't like the look of that. I would be looking for better buying opportunities personally. However, your trend is so gosh darn strong. All you got to do is maintain the trend. You can come back down to it and bounce right off of it. So, looking pretty gosh darn bullish. Pretty gosh darn bullish. A great buying opportunity, in my opinion, would be anywhere between this level here. Oh, geez. This level here, 514.4, and this level right hither. Right there at 471. So, might be extremely great buying opportunities at those levels. We will see if we even get a buying opportunity out of this thing. Because if we don't, could get real wild out here. I would be looking for this high to this low. Where's your 886? I would now be aiming at the 666. The devil is in this one. Membership is worth it. I hope it is. I really do hope it is. Because I think I'm one of the lowest out of the crypto space. I don't know of many people who are willing to go lower than me. So Bitcoin Cash does have an opportunity at another 17% to the upside. Let's go ahead and check out your 4 hour. Now your 4 hour is resetting really fast. Wow. And based off your 4 hour, what was acting as a resistance is now support. Sheesh. That is absolutely wild. Like the strength that it's showing right now is crazy. So as long as you stay above 561, you can start degenning your way to greatness. I'd be looking for the next leg, 638. Well, let's see if that happens. It's just been grinded and pumping along. That's another 12%. Impressive. Next up we have is H-bar. H-bar. I was calling for 27% downside. I need to clear this chart actually. I really need to clear at least some of the noise here. Let's get rid of this. Actually, we're gonna clear the whole darn thing. We're gonna just get rid of it. I need visual confirmation of everything. All right, let's focus in on this area. Let's go out to our daily like we should be, not on the 4-hour, because the daily's clean and fresh. Oh, well, this is probably acting as major support. We were acting as a lot of support here, became a resistance. We were broken above it, fell below. We're probably going to hold it as support now. If the market is that bullish, we also have a new uptrend to work off of. Jeez. Okay, so this thing can chop around for a hot minute. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Very, very bullish consolidation here. And it's like a bull flag. Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. Something ain't right here. Yeah, it's a gosh darn bull flag. Alright, we are uptrending. You know what, Pork? Bob knows. Porky doesn't know. Bob knows, though. How you doing, Bob? So, very nice consolidation here. You have a level of support sitting right there that you could hold. I would then be looking for just another move to the top of this range if you hold support. Cool. Very cool, very simple. H-bar is almost in neutral territory, so you could come all the way down to the bottom and then go all the way to the top and so on and so forth. You have a tsunami head in your way? In here. You have a tsunami heading in your way in here. I don't think I do. It's members only chat, so I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. So unless they all become members, I ain't gonna have to talk to anybody else today. It's gonna be nice. Alright, so right now we do have a little bit of a downtrend to work off of, which is nice. Right there. Damn you, autocorrect! Yeah, autocorrect got you hard on that one. So bad. Biggest troll out there, autocorrect. So if we manage to get a breakout and hold the level, I would then be looking for a nice little 618, getting back to 28,545. So that would actually be really nice. No, a literal tsunami. Oh, out here in California, we got a tsunami? We haven't even had earthquakes lately. At least not that I've felt. That's cool. Heading to the West Coast? Awesome. Bring it. I am not worried. All those beach city houses. God, that's going to be terrible. The San Clemente DMV. Ah, nice knowing you. It's gone. He's inland. I'm inland about 20 minutes, but I live in hills, bro. I live in massive hills. It's going to be really hard to get to me. 8.7 in Russia? That's bare. Nah, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a tsunami in Southern California. I'm guessing Oregon might get hit with it pretty bad. Or maybe Alaska out there in the Ring of Fire, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's just a personal thought. Can't wait to see the news. Be like, I was wrong. Wow. So anyways, I could see a little 9.13% move to the upside. However, I would still like to see a test at this 25.39. I would like to see a test down there. So H-bar does look very interesting. Just needs to get out of that downtrend. True. Alright, last one I got for you guys. AVAX. Let's see what it's doing. Let's go out to our daily. Not looking bad. Bearish. Woo. A lot of bearish div. Wild. Big time bearish div. Oh. And it was weird. Yeah, that's right. We had this false breakout. Fell back in. We're broken out now. Interesting. We're going to look at this in a different way. We're going to look at it in a different way. We're going to just focus on these two peaks here. Come on. Seriously? Oh boy. Maybe I have to zoom in to get that peak. God, it's so frustrating. There we go. It's not even on it. There you go, magnet tool. Sheesh, glitching out on me. There we go. So I want to focus in on this here. I think that's going to be more important at the moment for our AVAX. Here's a level that I would also find interesting. Okay, and this level here. Right there. Okay, so I guess we're a bit range bound at the moment. Interesting. Interesting stuff here, Bob. Okay, all right. So we're trying to reset while being pretty darn range bound and showing bearish div. That's not a big problem. The biggest problem I'm seeing is just being range bound while the market's being weird. Being extremely weird these past couple days. So right now we're still aiming at this 40.05 level. I do believe August might be the month for it. Just might be the month for it. From where you're currently sitting, that's looking like another 65% move to the upside. Could get a little bit higher as it contests with this downtrend. So that's interesting. What's our uptrend looking like? Are we still holding it? Whoa, 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 whoa there, Buster Brown. All right, let's get this uptrend going. We got 2 to focus in on. 2 to focus in on. We lose 1, we're focused on the other one. So this is a strange one to have, but it's still an uptrend that we're holding. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go into the 4-hour. Not oversold. However, the last time we were at these levels, or even close to it, in the bearish control zone, was down here. Sweet. And what was once acting as resistance, can't touch it as support because the uptrend is holding you up. What about this support? Did we touch that? Almost. So at this point in time, I would love to stay above 2386. Would have been better if you just held this level at 2420. Would have been way better if you held that. Now you're just being strange. But whatever. That's fine. Well, as of right now, we're going to look for anywhere between. We got 2 levels to focus on for AVAX. That's that 2606. If we do get a little bullish overnight, could be a 6.88% move to the upside. If we get buck wild because of great news, we could get a 21% pump up to 29.53. So AVAX doesn't look bad right now, but I'm just hoping some of these levels actually hold. So hopefully it does. And hopefully with me doing all of that, you guys understand how I like to set up my charts. Now, let's get into your guys' requests, and then we'll go from there. INC, 7th one down, I believe is what you said. 7th one down, yeah. INC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pulse chain. 6. I'm going to go with the 6th one. I'm going with the 6th one. All right. Going out to the daily here. All right, we have to go with levels. That's about it. It's not respecting trends, like literally at all. Oh, frustrating. So frustrating. Oh, you're fighting with a level right now. That's more annoying. So you have that right there because of these and the wicks as well as that. But you also have this right here because of the candle close. Resistance, okay. Let's see how it interacted with these levels. Chop City popped out. A little bit of chop. Bearish. Pop through. Bullish. Bear. Okay. Interesting. You're going back into trying to be bullish. Sweet. Alright. Got that info. We were seeing the accumulation happening right here with these higher lows. Maintaining higher lows. False breakdown. Then we're starting to mosey on up. Sweet. As of this moment in time, we are looking for it to go possibly that 2665. That's what we're aiming at. However, if we take it from this high to low, could get a little bit more out of it. $3.02. Then I would be looking for a back test at 231, and if you held, awesome. 348 would be the next target for me. So interesting stuff. If it decides to keep staying bullish, then we're going to look for a 618 of the high, which could look something like $6.71. So let's go ahead and mark these puppies out. I'd be focused on this. A nice little 33% pop to the upside. Then possibly this right here. Should be 196% to the upside. Cool. Cool. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing out of that. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Anyways, we're going to move on from that one. Hex. I think it's this one. Should I check it on Pulse Chain? We're going to check it on Uniswap. Okay, cool. So Hex, it is consolidating, still above 0.02261, still aiming at 0.04694. So we're just chilling here. Pulled back a little bit, gave you a better buying opportunity, and yeah, we're still looking at the exact same thing. So that's always nice. Let's move on from there. SPX. SPX, looking for that buying opportunity. We're getting a lot of bearish div here. We really are getting a lot of bearish div at this point. It's getting a little ridiculous that it just chugs along and it's not doing anything to give us a better buying opportunity. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's go ahead and mark out this and this. That's your first area I would like it to come and test, acting as support, because these are previous highs. That would be great. Your uptrend, though, you're looking at something like this. Right there is your uptrend currently. So anything above this uptrend, you're still bullish. You're still bullish. It's absolutely insane, honestly. If you look at your RSI on the daily, you're falling off a cliff here. Does not look great. Looks like we're puttering out. Looks like the buyers are getting a little tired, and people might be taking some profits. Let's go ahead and focus in on these levels here. Where did we get to? We got to the 1272, so it hit a profit taking level. So if you do press on, you're looking for 277.4. 277.4, that's your bullish case right now, to go up another 39%. 38% to the upside. Bearish. Let's see if we can be bearish. Your 4 hour doesn't want to let it go. Your 4 hour is just, oh boy, so darn bullish. Acting as a resistance, now is acting as a support. If you somehow, some way maintain these levels of support, you can very well see yourself start making that move. So based off the 4 hour, resetting the stochastic, tapping into that bearish control zone, this could literally rally tonight. There's a possibility it rallies tonight. Wild and crazy. As of this moment in time, I'd only be looking for 215.64. When it's at these weird all-time high levels, I don't really get too bullish. I play it extremely safe. So I'd be looking for anywhere between like a 5 to maybe a 7% move. And I'd probably just dip on out of there afterwards. Yeah. But noted, you still have to follow the plan here. You got to break out of the trend. You got to hold support. and then I'll feel a little better about it. But until that happens, I just stay in that bearish mindset. So we could chop around until we see that move. We could fly straight up to it and then come back down. It's kind of whatever the bulls want to do, and if the bears take a back seat. But they have been just ravaging these markets all week long. So possibility they keep doing that. Anyways, checking in on Aerodrome Finance. We're currently up 41% on the trade. We're doing all right. Checking in on Sui, down 1%. So Sui not looking so good. Who knows? Maybe we get stopped out on Sui, but Aerodrome Finance showing some strength here. Showing some real strength. We will see how things go tonight, but very light on the request tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to just jump on out of here. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you all go and watch the FOMC meeting tomorrow. I do plan on watching it. I have to work a little bit in the morning. I also want to do some live trading on Pumpkin tomorrow morning. Link is in the description below if you want to join me over here on Pumpkin, where you can jump into some live trades around market open. That's provided I actually wake up on time. Other than that, guys, I am still bullish. I still believe these are buying opportunities. We're not like breaking major inflection points and falling profusely. It just looks like the bulls are taking a hot second to allow some other bulls to get into this market, which is nice because we've been rallying for so long. It feels like we've been rallying a lot. So there is one token I'm a little bearish on overnight, and that is ZBZN. I did post about it in the Discord. Free Discord, everybody. You all should definitely go in there, where I post trade setups pretty gosh darn often, like today. I posted this about ZBZN, where I was mentioning we could see 11 to 17% to the downside. From posting that, it is currently down 1 extra percent. Not always right, but, you know, could be. Wait, you looked at INC? I had to step away, but been back for like 10 minutes. Yes, I did look at INC. INC was literally the first one. Do I need to go look at it again? Do I need to? So ZBZN, the one I was bearish on, it's this right here. We made a beautiful move to the upside. We got more than enough, so that's great. However, we had a very strong uptrend. We fell through it. Bearish candle close, bearish back test with the lower high, and now it looks like we're starting to bleed a little bit. So I am aiming at this 4637, or even as low as this 43107. So ZBZN, I think it is taking a breather. I think it's giving people a buying opportunity. However, it could always reverse if the whole market decides. It does like the inverse of the rest of the market. It's kind of strange to see, but if Bitcoin starts giving us buying opportunities, then ZBZN is taking the buying opportunities away. It's kind of a weird dynamic right now, but hey, it's doing its thing. Anyways, right now, if you had paid attention in the Discord when I posted this, you would already be in profit on your short. So, I don't get them right all the time, but when I do get them right, it's a little bit profitable. Just a little bit. Oh, you got to it faster than you thought? Yeah, I probably did. INC. So what I did was, this is the only one on Pulse Chain. It's the 6th one down, not the 7th. So I'm going to just blame that to your not being able to see. And I was looking at it like so, where I was like, you might see a 33% pop to the upside. Getting you to the 618 golden retrace. I guess it's a little higher than 33 right there. Or you end up seeing this crazy movement, 196% to the upside. But currently, all you need to do, stay above 197.2. So all you got to do, stay above 197.2, you're doing great. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing out of this bad boy. Count, you mean? Well, if you can't see, it's going to be hard to count. Starting out there. If you don't see the amount of objects there to count, then maybe counting's fine, and your visual prowess is lacking. Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. You guys have a good one. I will see you tomorrow, where I hope the market's not too bullish. Otherwise, we're gonna get a bunch of people in here, and that's gonna be a handful. Anyways, I'll catch you later, or maybe I'll see you in the morning over on Pumpkin. Well, I won't see you because my camera won't be on, but I can talk to you. Anyways, links are in the description down below. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the free Discord. Link is in the description down below. Do that. Also, take advantage of the deposit bonuses over on ByDFi. Up to $1,000 in deposit bonuses. Go take advantage. It's free trading money. Play with the house's money. Enjoy. Anyways, I'm out of here. Deuces. Good luck, everybody. Keep those stop losses tight. Go watch the FOMC meeting. Get informed about what this market's doing. Getting on out of here. Bye.